Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving live free picks for today's card. And on today's show, we'll have picks for you from, NFL preseason kicks off. We got 3 games from Major League Baseball and action from the W. So make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe button. Greatly appreciate that. Really helps us build up our audience. So I will say hello to Solo and get right to the picks as we don't mess around here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Solo, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Happy to be here. Nice day, beautiful day. Nice to wake up this morning, sun shining. Light card, but nice opportunity to make some money. So let's fire. Let's pick these spots.
Let's fire and pick up these spots. We'll get started here with the NFL because it is the NFL Hall of Fame game. We got Chargers and Lions playing in Canton, Ohio. We've seen this line move quite a bit. We're seeing here Lions anywhere from 2.5 to 2 to 1.5 now in some places. We thought the weather might be an issue. A lot of rain throughout the afternoon. Looks like it will just be cloudy during game time. So just keep an eye on that because they're going to have some rain out there. And of course, you're not going to see any starters whatsoever. So about backups, a lot of rookies. Solo, how did you handicap this one? Or even if you did?
Yeah, I tapped in with it a little bit with this Hall of Fame game, Canton, Ohio. Tom Benson Field, passed away, owner of the New Orleans Saints. When it comes to preseason, I actually like to attack the line movement. I know the Lions are strong at home, but obviously, like I said, a lot of the starters going to sit out. I think I'm on the Chargers with the point. I took the 2+2. I see it's down to 1.5, depending on where you get it at. Definitely only a little piece of money spot here. Just something to get into the game tonight. Guys, don't go crazy with this. This is preseason. Let's be smart. Let's take our time and just build some data.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to look here at the plus price as well. I think it's going to be a lot of rookies featured here. You're not going to see any veterans, even the backups, the number twos. I wouldn't put the number twos in this game. You got to be kidding me if you do that. You're going to see a lot of rookies here. A note here. We talked about the rain. It looks like Trey Lance will get the start for LA. Quarterback DJ Ugalele expected to play in the second half. Taylor Heineke is the emergency quarterback for the Chargers today. On the Detroit side, you're going to see Hendon Hooker and Kyle Allen. They're expected to split time at quarterback for the Lions. One thing to note here, Lions did go through some significant changes, new offensive and defensive coordinators, right? Ben Johnson now head coach or defensive coordinator head coach. So lots of changes here for the Lions. And also, too, I like the fact that Harbaugh's coaching style is keep it on the ground, limit the turnovers. I think it's difficult here for these quarterbacks to have any type of chemistry with these, rookies, high round picks. You've got a lot of undrafted free agents out there, so it's going to be tough.
And I think that's what I wanted to ask you is Harbaugh similar to his brother? I know the Ravens like to be competitive and stack up those preseason victories. With Harbaugh being out the loop last year, and obviously he was with his first year back last year and being out the loop for a certain amount of years. I guess I don't have a good read in how he attacks preseason.
Yeah, with me, I just look at the game plan with Harbaugh. He's looking for guys who can fit his system, and his system is ground and pound. I'd rather go with the running style teams here in a game like this. Too much has to go right when you throw the football at a high volume. You got to make sure everyone knows the snap count. You got to avoid the penalties in the passes. You got to avoid the holding. You also got to make sure you get blocking and the fact that your receivers got to run good patterns. So to me, it just seems
probably a big showing for Hooker too. I want to say he was a second-round pick. Obviously, he's behind Goff, but we're going into the second year, and I'm sure they want to see some progression with him as well.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, he's got to beat out Allen, right? Allen is a veteran here in backup. There, the also thing to note is look for the in preseason. Look for the backup quarterback battles, right? Some teams carry 2, right? They're going to only carry 2 because they want that extra player for special teams, right? That's really what you usually see. If they see someone that really stands out in special teams, but they don't trust them, on defense or offense, they may choose that special teamer over that third string quarterback. So that's something to keep an eye on. I like DJ's ability to run the football as well. I just got to look at the points. Matter of fact, looking at the trends here, the underdog in the Hall of Fame game, 7-2-1 to the spread. So there's 2.5s out there. I would look at the 2.5 there with the Chargers. And this one, like Solo said, don't get too crazy. A lot of rookies out there, a lot of undrafted free agents get a look here in these games. Matter of fact, the Lions are going to sit their top 2 draft picks. That's where they're going to sit. They're not going to play them here. So that's what we'll see here in this one tonight. But I can only look at taking the points in this game. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we turn our attention over to baseball. We've got 3 games on the board tonight in Major League Baseball. And looking at the starters, doesn't look like there's any changes in the starters, although there is rain in the forecast, 34% chance of rain. Tampa Bay and the Yankees, that's your only day game. Atlanta, Cincinnati, 42% chance of rain there. Of course, they're playing the game in the Seattle Dome there. Interesting there with Suarez getting traded to Seattle. He is in the lineup today for Seattle. Suarez moving in that trade today. Everybody's looking to get Suarez. Well, the Mariners won the Suarez battle. So he'll be at third base today starting for the Mariners. And we'll look here at the games. The 3 games on the board today will be Rays and Yankees here. We're seeing here that the Yankees we're seeing about $1.05 on both sides, total 8.5. Braves and Reds. We got the Reds $1.63 and higher in some places, total 9.5. Your late game tonight will be Rangers and Mariners. Here we got the Mariners $1.72 now. This has jumped up considerably with the news on Suarez, because this was about $1.50 last night, and this one here at 7.5. We've gone over to.
I saw Holmes last night. Looked like cookies out here.
Or what?
I thought I saw Holmes in for the Braves. Look like cookies out here now.
Yeah, they're gonna go. Looks like Holmes. Holmes, I believe, is injured.
Okay.
I think Holmes is injured. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure the Braves, with Holmes going down, I believe all of their starting 5 from the start of the season are injured. I believe that's the case. Let me double check. I think I read something about Holmes getting injured. I don't think it was anything serious. It might have been just one of those 15-day injured. Well, actually, it might be more than that. Yeah, Grant Holmes hits the 60-day injured list. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's over.
Yep, 60 days with an elbow. Wow. Actually, he's been moved. He was on the 15-day list, but they just moved him to the 60-day list. So, wow, that's a big one there. Elbow inflammation. You're always worried about those elbows, right? Now you move it to 60 days. Yikes. So that means that every Brave starter from the beginning of the year is out with injury. Well, that's why you get Eric Fetty, and you throw him right in because they have no pitchers in stock. There's no pitchers in the warehouse. That's right. Braves might be getting Lance Lynn soon. He's the starter now for the Savannah Bananas. The former Dodger first round pick.
Oh yeah. Len been around. I heard y'all mention him yesterday down in AA or AAA, whatever it is. I'm not familiar with the Bananas, but I saw he was signed. He's coming up pretty soon. But as far as the Rays and the Yankees, Pepio's on the mound versus Stroman. I think Pepio's vastly underrated. I think he's solid. Stroman has kind of been rocked, but he's definitely a ground ball pitcher. I think he finds a way to get those ground balls today in Yankee Stadium. Looked like we got a little bit of weather. I would probably lean toward the other, but I think the best play is first 5. I'm going to take the Yankees. And as far as the Rangers, where we at? The Rangers and the Mariners. I'm sorry, the Braves and the Reds. Adams is one of the most profitable pitchers, but 172. I'll stay away from that. I'm not big on the run line as everybody else. The Rangers and the Mariners, Rock and Kirby. I think runs a premium, pitch-friendly ballpark. I think Rock will be solid, versus Mariners lineup. I understand they can make a couple changes, but despite the fact I think runs a premium, we'll take this total under.
They're from Solo. All right, tell you what I think here about these games. I'll look at that. Let's see what this was about $1.05 on both sides. I would lean here with the Rays. Stroman in his 5 home starts, ERA over 7. And the Yankees bullpen bleeding badly right now. Past 24 games, ERA 6.5. Yikes. So I could only look here at this Rays team in this spot. I'll look at, there's a good plus price on this Reds run line. I'll take it here. Carrasco on the mound here for the Braves, and Acuna hurt. The Braves hit just 233 on the road. Reds hitting 255 against right-handed starters. Look at Abbott's home starts this year, ERA of 1.93. The Braves bullpen, another unit that's bleeding here, past 23 games, ERA 5.5. The Reds bullpen past 24 games, ERA just over 3. And looking here at the Reds here, they are 5-0 to the run line at home, facing a starter that allows 1 home run per start or greater with a +7 unit return. Against winning teams, the Braves 12-17 to the run line, losing over 9 units. I could only look at the Reds there on the run line in that one. I won't pass on the Rangers. I like the Mariners, but I don't like the price, so I'll stay away from that one. Kumar Rocker on the road, my goodness. 7 road starts, ERA over 9. Yikes. I'm surprised he's still with the Rangers. Like that type of home road splits.
He's struggling. I just don't trust those Mariners bats at home, but he's definitely struggling.
Yeah, he's struggling. To me, that's kind of a stay away there. You're right. And we'll see what Suarez does, right? Sometimes these hitters come to that ballpark and they don't like it. Suarez, he's a home run hitter, but you end up in Seattle. I don't know. Remember when they started, who was that? Cano came over. They were trying to bring some. Yeah, they were trying to bring some bats. Yeah, they were trying to bring some big bats to Seattle, and they all hated it. So since then, they've had trouble. They had really trouble trying to get
struggling in Seattle, right?
Yeah, they really have trouble getting bats to want to play there because it's such a tough. It's very tough on the hitters. and they can't build up their stats. You can't build up your stats in Seattle, so they just always struggle hitting the baseball over there. So that's the story. Somebody here making a note here about Mr. Whisker. Savannah Bananas just got a 26-game schedule, a contract with TV contract with TBS. So maybe Lance Lynn is getting more than a buffet voucher, and they played a full stadium. It is a family atmosphere, right? Because it's kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters for baseball. It's for, if you ever watch it, it's on YouTube for free. It's a Harlem Globetrotters for baseball. A lot of joke. And the funny thing is, when Lance Lynn made his debut, and there was a joke, right? He made a debut. They gave him one of those really tight shirts, so his buttons were broken open, showing up his big belly. It was pretty funny. So it was like the Harlem Globetrotters atmosphere for baseball, and it's taken off. So they are filling up these baseball stadiums, and the families are going out. The kids are going out. The tickets aren't expensive. Actually, interesting. They try to keep it away from the secondary markets. There's some sort of way where you buy the tickets, you can't resell them. So it's they got that under control.
Real fans.
Real thing, real fans that go up there. It's a family atmosphere. Like I said, it's sort of like the Harlem Globetrotters in baseball, where they do a lot of gimmicks, jokes, and all that stuff, mascots, and the players play around. And of course, Lance Lynn played along, showing his big belly and wearing a tight shirt where his buttons are popping open. So it was pretty funny. So that's what they got there with Lance Lynn. But I'm pretty sure he's trying to get back into baseball. He wouldn't have taken that job if there wasn't looking for somebody. He wanted a big fat contract, though. He wanted like a $7-8 million contract. He didn't want a minor league contract. So a lot of these guys leave baseball because they got money in the bank and they don't want a minor league contract. They don't want to ride around in those buses. He's one of those guys. He didn't want the minor league contract. Whereas Johnny Cueto was just released by his Dominican team, Teherans in the Mexican League. There's still guys out there. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We just saw Eric, and we see Keuchel just come and get him up. So, yeah, a lot of teams desperate right now is pitching. A lot of guys getting hurt. There's no doubt about that. All right, we'll move on over to the W. We got a single game tonight from the W. Valkyries and Mystics. The Mystics are laying 4.5 here, total 153.5.
The Valkyries were definitely solid in the last start. The Mystics, I want to say the Mystics play hard in their last start. I want to say this is the first matchup of the season for these teams. The Mystics, this line has kind of moved. When I handicapped the game myself, I was actually around 1.5, 2 points. I see a little bit of line movement here. I don't really like the Mystics to cover the spread. I think they win the game. So I think the better play is to attack the total. I think both these teams have struggled scoring. I think this pace will be slower. I think Washington kind of clamps down in the second half. I think, like I said, this game is decided close, but 155, 154, I even see 153.5. I think that tells you everything you need to know. I think this total goes under.
All right, there from Solo, Raj should be jumping up and down. Shane Bieber is now a Blue Jay, but he's coming off the injured list, but he will be a Blue Jay when he's healthy. Mm-hmm. Yep. So Cleveland letting go Bieber. Yeah, he had some really good time with Cleveland, but the last few seasons he's just been injured. So again, that's
Cleveland is selling. Yeah, they're selling. Okay.
They're selling. Shane Bieber going to the Blue Jays. So we'll see how that rolls. All right, we got you through the NFL, Major League Baseball, and the W. Rod has CFL over on the YouTube channel. So let's see what we got going on. I don't know if you've got a parlay today, solo or peripheral here, or anything in the future with this light card. You got anything?
Yeah, I don't have a parlay, but everything I gave you today, my strongest play would probably be the where is it at? The WNBA play under.
WNBA play under there. Yeah, if you had to put one together, I would go the Chargers here with the Rays in that one. All right, we got you through that. Now it's time to see what we got for sale over at Tony's Picks right now. Heading to a week. We got preseason football today. We've got NFL. We got WNBA coming up. Of course, next week all the teams are in action in NFL preseason, so we'll be ready to roll. Checking up all the.
We got football every week to January right now.
Yep, we do. It's that time of the year where we're getting ready to roll here with lots going on here in the sports world. Of course, Solo has put together pretty great numbers here in the WNBA over the past 30 days, as we'll put up on the tab right now. So, Solo, what you got for sale over at Tony's Picks for today?
Extremely light today. I got one play in. I'm probably going to sit right there, to be honest with you. Huge card coming tomorrow with everybody. Like I say, traveling today. So, huge baseball card tomorrow. WNBA card tomorrow. Going into the weekend. So, sign up with me short-term, long-term. Pair me with the favorite capper. Pair me with the hottest capper. Make sure you use that 50% code. Let's get to the bank and don't parlay.
Yeah, they're from Solo. I see great results in the W here last 30 days, 335 units of profit. Remember, all plays are documented over at Tony's Picks. One-day passes, long-term subscriptions available over at Tony's Picks. So get on board with Solo. Hey, try him out for the 7-day pass. Get the weekend coverage well into next week from Solo. A lot of a lot of baseball here. So get on board. Use that promo code Tony T at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off.
Hey, and Tony, the thing with the W, I've noticed the WNBA, there's no etiquette. We had the Lynx last night -7.5. They go to the free throw line. It's 6-7 seconds left in the game. Liberty come down, score a bucket, meaningless bucket. We lose the cover. No etiquette in the WNBA. They're down 25, shooting threes at the end. What are we doing? Dribble the ball out. So
yeah, that's rough. Yeah, you don't get that dribble out like you see in the NBA where they just dribble out the ball. They just play it through.
Yes, sir.
Wow. That's rough there, especially if you're oh man, that's tough. That is tough. All right, guys. I've got a best bet on board from baseball. Finished the day 2-2. Boy, I had to make a strong run. I started 0-2 in the afternoon games and hit my final 2 with the Marlins and the Rangers getting it done. And of course, the Marlins, the plus money means that I showed a profit yesterday. So the Marlins team that, I don't know. Do you think Sandy Alcantara, his last 2 starts gave up? It's funny, right? Sandy struggled throughout the year, and right before the trade deadline, he posts 2 starts giving up no earned runs.
Tells me he wants out.
Yeah. Yep.
I agree. He wants out.
We'll see. Zach Littell gets moved. He goes to the Cincinnati Reds. Now, Zach Littell.
Didn't he just go yesterday or the day before? He just went.
He just went. Yeah, he just went.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, Zach Littell. There was rumors that he was going, and they just confirmed it now. And I know a lot of Rays fans are upset about that, but that's what the Rays do. Whenever you have an expiring contract, the Rays, the cheap Rays, what they do is they trade those guys on expiring contracts, and they bring in guys. So
that's the Dodgers were going to get a left-handed, at least a left-handed bat and maybe a pitcher, but they've been a little quiet.
Yeah, they've been kind of quiet now. We'll see what happens. Of course, if the Dodgers, when you're dealing with the Dodgers, you're going to ask for a lot, right? And in return, probably is what's going to happen there.
I thought we were going to get Duran, however you say it from Boston.
Yeah. But let's see. We're actually, the one guy that's on the move is Arenado. He doesn't seem to be happy in St. Louis, and third baseman. Now, there were talks that he would go to Houston, but Arenado, I don't think wants to go to Houston because Houston's pitching's in shambles right now.
He made a little fuss about not going to Houston. I remember that. Yeah,
so he's kind of not wanting to go there. So we'll see what happens here in the trade deadline. Well, today is the last day of trade, so we're going to start seeing some moves here. We got some names finally in there.
Light card, they're working the phones today.
They're definitely working the phones, no doubt about that. No Acuna here for the Braves today. That's something to note that he's been hurt. There was rumors about him being moved. We'll see. I don't know. And San Francisco just announced that the announcement now, Justin Verlander now is being shopped. I don't know if you want. I wouldn't want him. I don't know. Hey, he got his first win not too long ago. Now we can move him. But Shane Bieber is rehabbing from Tommy John surgery in April of 2024, so he's expected to return here soon. But the Cleveland says, no, let's shop him out. Let's move him. Let's move him today. So, Bieber now a Blue Jay. We'll see. We'll see what he's doing. I don't know. The Dodgers are looking for Kwan. The rumor is that they're looking for Kwan. Stephen Kwan, I believe that is the rumor they're looking for.
That kind of makes sense. The whole Ohtani thing and all that. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, they want to go that route.
He's a left-handed bat too. I get it. Outfield.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
They're trying. That's what they're looking for. They need a bat because Muncy. I don't know how long Muncy's going to be out. Remember that looked pretty serious when they slid into his kneecap, and that's to me for a power hitter that looked to me like a serious injury. But we'll see how long he's going to sit out. Hopefully get him back before the playoffs. But we're already into the stretch run next month. 2 months, right? August, September, 2 months. Our stretch run, I believe, officially begins in August. So we can see it. Yeah, Verlander.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, the Tigers and Braves are really desperate for pitching right now. I could see them getting them. I don't know if
playing good ball. What, they won 3 straight?
Yeah, finally. But they're but who they beat.
I agree.
I think the Padres will make the playoffs. What do you think, Solo?
I think they're definitely in a good position. I'm not a big fan of the Padres, but I think they're going to win enough games and be there when it's all said and done. I think they make it.
Yeah, I think their bullpen has been the strength here of their pitching staff. But I think the key is Darvish, right? Darvish has to get right because he had some really struggles coming off that injury. Cease, the Cease is out there in the rumor mill trying to get moved. So we'll see if Cease will get moved. He's been really struggling. Better at home though, but he just gave up that grand slam in that game against the Mets, right? He looked pretty bad in that game. It didn't work very well. Right now, Mets bullpen good, but kind of a team that goes up and down. We'll see.
It's tough to trust the Mets right now. I agree.
Yeah, Mets a team with the bullpen strength there, but again, some starting pitching that's struggling there. Looks like Bieber is for prospects, so Cleveland getting prospects in return there.
But they don't want to pay him.
They don't want to pay him. That's what it is. Some of these teams don't want to pay these guys, and the Rays do what the Rays do. They trade Littell, so we'll see what happens. I was kind of hoping Littell would go there. Yeah, he did well in his last start against the Mets. That will help. So they need to see that Darvish, not the Darvish we saw coming off the injuries. They're just trying to shorten games in October. There we go.
And I'm not sure how long he's been there. Maybe just needs to change the scenery. It can happen.
Yeah. Yep, that might be the case. So Blue Jays now, Gausman, Berrios, Bassett, Bieber, Scherzer, and Lauer is in their rotation now. So they got the bats. But they got a lot of age in that starting rotation, though. A lot of age.
Found a little age, a little mature. Sure.
We'll see if they can handle that playoff push. 2 months left to go here, so we'll see how it rolls. Guys, reminder, on our YouTube channel, we have a lot of great content up there. So if you ever miss a show, just head on over to Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and just type in Tony's Picks, and you'll be able to find our YouTube channel growing leaps and bounds now with a lot of great content up there on the channel. So all you have to do is just we'll put it up there, hit Tony's Picks in the search. Hope I have it right. Do I have it right? Let's see here. Oh, nope, I've got to hit one more thing here. Let me share this tab. Yeah, share the right tab for you guys. There's our YouTube channel. So you guys can check it out. Hit the live tab. You can watch our live show. And when you hit the live tab, also, we have a members feature. If you'd like to become a member, get early access to my videos and a way to support us for the work we put into the show. Happy Hour. Rod hosts Happy Hour at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You can see the crew up there. Our regulars like Ramon, Ron, and Brian join the Happy Hour. So lots of great content there. Find out more about the trading deadline and more there with the Happy Hour. Also, hit the video tab, and you'll find a lot of on-demand videos. Alessandro coming in here with his UFC fight card here. Hey, we got the right viewing angle there on the video now. No more.
Dro stepping it up. I see you, Dro.
There he's up there. Chris with his home run props. We got our CF. Looking for the CFL picks? Well,
Dro got to get a shirt on, though. What is going on there with this pick, Dro? Get a shirt on, Dro.
Former fighter. He's a former UFC fighter. He wants to show. He's showing off his UFC, his MMA picture there. I don't know if he looks that way anymore. He told me put on 60 pounds since his fighting days. But he said he can cut weight. He has no problem cutting weight if there's enough money.
I got you.
Looking for the CFL picks. Well, Rod put together his CFL Week 3 picks, so check that out. The videos are out right now from Rod with the CFL. 2-3 zone is up. WNBA video here with Ramon, Ron, and we got Stacks up there. Justin up there with that. Ron, keep an eye with those 8 Eastern time with those KBO picks from Ron. Looks like the tsunami didn't hit Korea. We got the games in yesterday. So there you go with Ron's KBO. Of course, my deep dives there from baseball up there as well. El Nino's looking for those underdogs, so keep an eye there on the YouTube. Hit the shorts section, and you'll find El Nino's with those -1s up there as well. So lots of great content on our YouTube channel, guys. So make sure you check it out and hit that YouTube. That if you would, of course, Solo, you put your hair on the mornings, catch a few happy hours, a few of those 2-3 zones, and more here on the YouTube.
Yeah, definitely more of a morning person. I try to tap in with the happy hour once a week. I haven't made it in a week or so. As far as the 2-3 zone, definitely part of the 2-3 zone. Probably gonna shoot the video. I want to say tomorrow and probably over the weekend. A little scheduling conflict with some of the other days. But like I said yesterday, I'll be dropping a new series called Isolation with Solo. Be on the lookout for that. We're gonna lock in. We're gonna make some money.
Isolation with Solo. Keep an eye on the video series coming up, guys. Ooh, look at Keith. He really likes the Reds big here. The extendo clip.
Yeah, I keep saying that. Yeah, okay.
Let's see.
I mean, Abbott's the third most profitable pitcher in baseball, so it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our show. We're back tomorrow live. A lot more on the card tomorrow. We'll have 15 games on baseball and more, so make sure you guys tune in. Anything closing, Solo, before we close it out?
You already know. Don't parlay.
There you go from Solo. Don't parlay. All right, we're going to wake up. Bye, guys. Make it a winner. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony 6 Morning Show.